This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Forge fans, we are back for the fourth week of Forge Daily. Oh my gosh, May has gone by fast. Today's the 29th. We are coming off an exciting weekend in the CPL, now a quarter of the way through the season. Forge FC traveled to the nation's capital for their second matchup against Ottawa of the regular season. Ottawa with a good showing. It's been considered, I think, one of their best performances thus far, but ultimately Forge FC coming away with the win in the CPL final rematch. In today's episode, we will hear from David Choinière and Malcolm Duncan to get their thoughts on Saturday's game, and then listen in on the post-match press conference to hear some words from Coach Bobby Smyrniotis. But first, let's start by quickly recapping what went down against Atletico Ottawa. Some changes in Forge's lineup. We've talked about this before. Forge FC, one of the only teams in the CPL with this much versatility and depth. They definitely showed it off on Saturday with several changes to who was on the pitch and where they were playing. Alex Ashinyoni-Janssen was back in that defensive center midfield position alongside Kyle Becker and Noah Jensen, which is a pairing we don't always see, so this was really cool to watch. Also, someone we will hear from very shortly, Malcolm Duncan had his first professional start in the center left back position. First half of the game, lots of opportunities for both sides. Taryn Campbell particularly had a few close calls for Forge. And for Ottawa, Ollie Bassett, of course, creating a few opportunities and almost burying a free kick from outside the 18-yard box. It was perfectly placed in the top left corner. If it wasn't for Tristan Henry, he may have made the shot. But Henry with an absolute masterclass, and we'll have to pause the recap here just for a second to give credit to this individual performance. He kept Forge alive throughout the entire game, but especially in that first half. In total, he made 8 saves, which would be a career high for him. Unsurprisingly, he went home with Gatorade's performance of the match. So another clean sheet added to Tristan Henry's record. That's his third for the CPL season and 4 in all competitions in 2023. Some of the CPL articles were actually titled Henry the Hero, so I wanted to verbalize that. Probably best to leave it there. I think it sums it up. So moving on to the second half, so pretty uneventful in terms of scoring until some impactful substitutions were made by Coach Bobby Smyrniotis. Choinière, Sissoko, and Borges make their way out onto the pitch and would work together to secure the game winner in stoppage time. David Choinière, though, would be the one to finish, claiming his first of the season back in TD Place. This is the same spot he scored last in the 2022 CPL final. I spoke to David. Here's his perspective on how it all went down.
Always good to score against Ottawa. I think, and plus it was a winning goal, so it's always good to score and get the 3 points. That's our main goal. I mean, I got subbed on and it was a tight game. Ottawa got some chances, we got our chances, and I mean we got them on the counter-attacks, so that was really good. And yeah, at the end we got the 3 points, so that's what matters.
Yeah. Can you walk me through the goal from your perspective?
Yeah, I think we got the ball. Bex start running with the ball. I made a run on the side and attacked the defender. Pass to Borges. Borges fake shot. Pass to Kadim. Kadim shot. Rebound. I was their second post, and I just took my time to make sure I score. Yeah. I don't miss.
You don't. A very well-deserved goal for Choinière, especially following such a great performance in Montreal. He's had a ton of media recently, but, I guess that's what happens when you don't miss, like he said. We also heard from Coach Bobby, who shared his thoughts on the match as well as the transition from the Canadian Championship back into the regular season. So I wanted to clip that into today's podcast as well. Here's Coach Bobby Smyrniotis on Saturday evening.
First, it's a tough thing on us, the coaches. The game before a big game like Wednesday and the game after, because a lot of times where the players' minds can be, and it's as much as you talk about it, the mind drifts to that cup semi-final and what that can mean going forward. And then, this is a great group to work with because they can refocus very quick. They know the importance of the league, and they know the importance of 3 points every week this year and what that means at the end. And what we're especially happy with is, we've brought in 7 new players that didn't play a lot on Wednesday. Malcolm Duncan's made debut today, also for us this year, and they've gone out there and tactically done the business a little bit different today in our setup and our shape based on that first game we played against Ottawa. So all around, you're happy when at the end of the game you score a goal and take 3 points away from a very good team here in Ottawa. I think you have to be pleased quite a bit with your team's performance.
Just like you said, Malcolm Duncan with his professional debut on Saturday. I also got the chance to speak to him this morning. I asked him how it felt to be on the pitch and contribute to a win alongside his teammates. Before we finish, let's hear from Malcolm.
That was actually my first time there. I'd never been there last year, but it was definitely a nice environment, at least to go back into. A lot of the guys were looking forward to the game, so definitely helped bring excitement to me as well. It had definitely been a while since, I'd started a game, but I was kind of buzzing with excitement and nerves. I was really happy to get out onto the pitch finally and, get some touches on the ball, especially contribute to a win. That was definitely a good part of the plans.
Not a ton of rest for Forge FC. They've got another midweek matchup against York United on Wednesday, back at Tim Hortons Field. But we'll get into that in tomorrow's episode. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you then.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.